Hey everybody, today I'm going to do a bit of a different video than my usual kind of playthrough of this game. I've been looking around and I haven't noticed anybody doing a tutorial for controller. I've seen a tutorial for mouse and keyboard but not controller. So as a controller player of this game, I figured I would give it a shot and see if I can teach you guys some cool tricks and maybe give you a couple tips. So let's get right off to the most important thing in this game, the wall climb. Um, I'm gonna stick strictly to controller. If you guys want to see me do a mouse and keyboard, there's definitely one or a couple of videos out there on how to do mouse and keyboard. But if you want to see me give you a tutorial, then I'm all for it. I could definitely figure that out. But for controller to do a wall climb, the most basic thing, the most crucial thing in this game by far, it's a little tricky. So you can either just go straight into your pogo stick, which is just X, just jump, tap X again, boom, pogo stick. Or you can literally just jump, and what you want to do in very quick succession is do your right trigger, your R2, into your right bumper, your R1. So like this. You have a bit of a I guess time gap to do it. Like a couple frames. It's not so tight that it's really hard. You'll get it down pretty quickly once you practice a bit. But it does take some getting used to for sure. It is really important though. I highly recommend you get that down. So once you practice that a bit, then you're kind of ready to start learning more advanced things. Really, that's it. The wall climb is the most important thing. It's the most basic. Well, not most basic, but it's the most basic of the kind of advanced moves. So after that, you'll probably have already messed around with the controls a bit and realize you can do a big, like kind of, I call it the air slash. Uh, it gives you a bit of verticality, like a bit of an arc. So if you need to get up to a higher place, what I like to do is to do a nice wall climb, like that, and then jump off, and then I can go backwards again, keep going, and boom, I'm higher up than I was previously. It's a really useful thing. I would recommend learning how to do that right off the bat. It's actually useful here in the very first level, the idiot domain. And further than that, well, maybe not further, is the, like I call it the somersault. You can do like the air vault, whatever. It's just, in my opinion, a worse air slash. There's not much going for it. I think maybe, let me see. It's about the same amount of stamina. It's maybe a little faster. Well, faster, I mean like as in when you launch it. Doing the actual move is, I think, slower. Maybe a tiny bit slower. And there's, I mean, if you want to use it, you can, but I personally prefer the air slash. What's important for this level, the very first one, is actually, you notice this door over here. There'll be a big button on the other side of this door, and I had a lot of trouble figuring out how to open that button. What you need to do is this next move, which is the ground pound. So to do the ground pound on that button specifically, you want to get in your pogo stick. So just, again, X, X. Just double tap X essentially and hold it down. You have to be holding it down, because if you're not holding it down, you just tap it, you're going to go into a somersault. So while holding down X in your pogo stick form, just tap L2 left trigger. Does a big bounce like that. This is useful for, again, those buttons. You'll see it on the other side of the door. You kind of have to press it to progress in this level, so you'll find it. You could also use it to get a little extra verticality. So if there's like a jump that's a little too high for your just normal like bounce like that, the ground pound will get you a little bit higher. So definitely useful, pretty situational, but it'll get you moving. So I would say those are the big ones. Further, you can do a roll. You can you can do a little dash. I'd never use this, honestly. Maybe in combat. That's about it. Roll, dash. This is your guard, which is, I guess I should be saying the controls. Your roll is L1, left bumper. Your dash is L2, left trigger. Just all this by itself. No other button, no other input. Your guard is right bumper, RB, or R1. Again, by itself, does a little... I actually didn't know this. That's kind of funny. I can show you how it works in practice. Let's go find a couple guys over here. So, oh, I should say this too. The to engage in combat, to lock on, right trigger. You have to be kind of in vicinity of an enemy to be able to do this. Otherwise, if I show you, I'm not looking at any enemies. No enemies are present. I'm pressing right trigger or right stick. Sorry, I said right trigger, didn't I? Right stick. Press that in. Does nothing. When I get a little closer, I'm about to die here too, actually. But when I get a little closer, goes into this kind of cinematic style. I just died. No big deal. Lost some of my souls, which you can regain. Your levels right here by these little like kind of clouds. Those are important because they let you level up. In case you didn't know, these vases also let you level up. But back to the combat. Sorry, I got a little distracted. If you press right trigger, it makes, or not right trigger, the right stick, it makes the combat a lot easier. Without it, you're kind of just, here, I try to attack, I'm like just swinging aimlessly. With right stick locked on, it's a little finicky, but with it locked on, I can just kind of go ham on a guy. It stays locked on. It follows the enemy that you want to attack. It's very useful. Next up, let me show you the guard. A guard is useful. If you look at my health right now, it's pretty low. I'm like gonna die, but get this guy to attack me, if you will. Boom, no damage, just only stamina. Actually, that blue is your guard, which I don't use the guard too much. I don't really do the combat in this game that much because it's pretty easy to avoid outside of this first level. Even in this first level, it's actually pretty easy to avoid. Furthermore, for attacks, your best bet is just kind of the air slash. If I can actually lock on. You can also do a pogo, like head tap thing. That one's pretty good too. Other than that, you can pretty much do any of your mobility moves as attacks. Again, you can also use the somersault. Doesn't really matter. It's all interchangeable. Combat is pretty shallow for the most part. So that's pretty much all the advanced kind of moves in this game. You just want to practice all these. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Like if you want to get going fast, you do an air slash into a pogo. Keep doing that. You can wall climb faster. And actually, on another note, you may notice that my wall climbing is really fast, probably compared to yours. Just because if you're in this first area, you just started the game, you're wondering why the hell is my character so much faster. That is the leveling system. So once you beat this level, you can't interact with this thing right away, but once you beat it, you can. And let me show you how to use it. So I'm gonna switch my mouse real quick. First, let's go over the offer energy. It's a bit of a confusing system, but essentially you contribute any amount, pretty much. It has a set amount. You can't really change it, but if I hit tribute, my orbs go to 0. I call these orbs. I don't know what they're exactly called, and this number went up by 240. If I try to tribute again, I can't. I need 237. And so if I hit this thing right here, this little +1, I don't know, I think that's at 6,000. I'm not entirely sure. I believe, if I'm correct, it will get 1 other energy point or 6. I'm not super certain how it works. It's not terribly important. You will get a ton of levels in this game. It's very easy to level up, as you can see. I'm at 65. I just have, I was just playing around with it a bit. So let's get into what these things do. What is bounce? What is speed? What is power? What is life? What is luck? What is ecstasy? Let me show you. So first and foremost, let's start with bounce. I think you can probably imagine what bounce does. Here, actually, let me just demonstrate right away what 0 bounce looks like. This, there's not like a really good benchmark to show you with. So here I go up to about like the purple gradient, the pink purple, right? Not bad, pretty good verticality, nothing crazy. So now let's put a couple levels into bounce. Let's put, I don't know, like 20. You can't, there's no way that I know of at least to do like a mass level up into like a stat. It's just, it's a little tedious, right? It's all good though. So let me show you what level 20 bounce looks like. Again, last time I went up to the purple gradient. This time I get up pretty much right in the middle of it, almost. Not a super substantial gain, but enough for it to be kind of discernible. I don't know how much leveling falls off the more you level things up, but for now, as I can see, once you hit this level 20, the more you go after that, it gets pretty good. Like it starts to get, like it starts to exponentially increase, in my opinion. See, now I get pretty much to the middle. That's really good, right? That is like, I would say a quarter higher from the base, maybe a little higher at that. So again, nice, cool level. Next up, let's look at speed. Speed is probably the one I think is the most useless, because I kind of don't really know what it does. You walk a little faster. I just died. Your base speed is definitely a little bit faster. I'm at level 20, and you may notice a bit of an improvement. Your pogo is faster. This is probably a little more obvious. Pogo goes faster, which is nice. I'm not saying it's not. There are going to be uses for this. But in terms of exploring environments, I don't think speed is up there on the list, personally, right? Because next up, we got power. Power is also another one I don't use too much. I think it's a little better than speed, especially once you get to some of the later bosses who require you to hit a little harder. But power, probably pretty obvious. I just one-shot that guy. It just makes you stronger. On all fronts, makes you stronger. Doesn't matter if you use your like normal air slash, your pogo. All of it just is increased. Your attack power. So next, let's do a quick little check on life. Why not? I'm actually gonna go do. I'm gonna rest real quick. I just do. Don't look at this. It's a bit of spoilers. If I just teleport back here, I'm at full health. So this is normal life. This is level 0. Let's see how much health I lose to one of these guys. Just do a normal attack on me. That much. Pretty much like a tenth, maybe a little less than that. So now, let me go teleport back again. Oops, wrong button. Sorry. Teleport back to this idiot's domain once again. And let's put a decent amount of levels into life. Let's do 20. And I'm gonna take power and all these just a little bit down, just so we are at a lower kind of base, right? So now, oh, I don't want that guy to hit me because then he's not the right guy. That does more damage. Let's get one of these little guys to hit us. Okay, so this is weird. Could have sworn life was better, but sorry. I mean, I had more levels in the life when I was testing it out, and it was better than this. I didn't see any difference. I don't know if you guys did. That was bad. That didn't do anything, did it? Wow. How much? Let me put like a ton into life. That was, wow. In my playthrough so far, I haven't put a single point into life. I only just did it before this video, for the tutorial. And I am shocked. I think that just did more damage. Am I losing it? Okay, so don't put points into life. Life sucks. Yeah, okay. If I were to make a tier list of these abilities, currently life would be at the bottom. It currently would be, I say that because next up is luck. Now luck is an interesting stat in the sense that I don't know what luck does. I have tried everything imaginable to figure out what this stat does. I initially thought you would get more experience points for luck, right? No, you still get just 10 for these like little guys and 30 for the slightly tougher guys. It doesn't do anything that I can see. Pots, same amount, 10. Like, I don't understand luck. I don't know if it's maybe crit based. I don't even know if crits are in this game. I haven't gotten a crit in my playthrough so far. Again, I don't do much of the combat. Hey, maybe that was luck. Did you see that? They attacked each other. That could genuinely be luck. I'm not 100% sure. Again, just keep in mind, luck, life, both not my favorite. But let's get into the S tier ability. The best ability in this game by far is Ecstasy. Now, you may ask, why is Ecstasy the best thing in the world? Let me show you. Because if you're using Process of Elimination and you're thinking back to how fast I was climbing the walls at the beginning of the video, that is purely because of the Ecstasy. Let me show you. So imagine the base climbing speed, right? I'm not going to show you I should have probably, but you can imagine it. You've probably been doing it yourself. Let's see it with 40 Ecstasy. Yeah. It's really fucking fast. And that's not it. That's not even all. There's more to Ecstasy. Look at my stamina bar. My stamina bar is barely moving. I think I can do probably like 30 of these air slashes before I run out of stamina. It's insane how good Ecstasy is compared to these other stats. I honestly don't know why it's in the game. Well, I mean, I do know why it's in the game, but compared to the other abilities, it's the best. So, in recap, I would say personally, my personal opinion, you want to do Ecstasy first, right? Once you get Ecstasy to a pretty good level, it starts to just kind of fall off. You don't need so much stamina that you're literally climbing up Mount Everest, but it is good to have more than the base, okay? Then I would do Bounce. Bounce is really good for getting you into places you're not really supposed to be. It's a fun. It makes mobility more fun. Speed does as well. Speed isn't as good as Bounce. I was hating on Speed a bit earlier, but it's not bad per se. Just not as good. Then Power. Power is actually pretty solid, especially in the later boss fights that get pretty tricky. I would say Power will be your friend. And then in succession, Life should also be your friend. But as you saw earlier, it didn't really do a whole lot. I could be just kind of not doing it right. But I don't know. I didn't see Life giving much substantial gains. And finally, Luck. I don't know what Luck does, so I can't really put it comfortably on this list I'm giving you right now. But as I see it, it doesn't do much, if anything. So Luck is last. Sorry, just plain out. Hopefully that was useful. If it wasn't, let me know. If you have any questions, if I didn't explain anything good enough in a well enough manner, let me know in the comments. I will do my best to explain there. And thanks for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too long. I don't think I missed anything, so thanks for watching again. See ya.